Hello, I'm John Payne. Everybody calls me Che in the art world, I guess. Uh, I wanted to share a memory of I guess a time when I was first started teaching in middle school. I was teaching in Carrollton Farmers Branch at a Title I school, and I'd become pretty close friends with the orchestra director there, Brad Ballard. He and I were kind of exercise, aficionados, and we started cycling. We kind of built bikes and did things like that together. But he was orchestra and I was art, and we kind of developed a good friendship. And at one point, he started a program for a lot of the kids. A lot of them are Title I, kids who would probably never get a chance to really get involved in art or music. And he created a program that would take the kids, select few in their orchestras, to the Meyerson, which was a big orchestra, it's a big concert, Mahler, and he had organized the whole thing with the symphony, the Dallas Symphony Orchestra. And so we were taking all these kids down to the Dallas Symphony, and he needed chaperones. So he said, well, some of these kids are your students, and definitely, I would think with your, experience, I think you would be a good choice for this. And I think you just have fun because, you and I are good friends, and you have season tickets to the symphony anyways. And so I agreed. And Brad and I, we got together and we got all these students together. And so what we would do is Friday night, on a special Friday night, we took all these students and everybody was dressed up. I'm dressed in my best suit, and we got aboard the dart rail. And on the dart rail, we rode it down from Carrollton, which took about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, through some interesting areas in Dallas, and rode it down to about 2-3 blocks away from the Meyerson. Now, we got together with all the kids and chaperones, and I'm running around taking photos and in and out of the streets, and it's crazy. And the kids, we all lined up, marched out of the dart rails, and walked all the way down to the Meyerson, where we got to see everything, got some photos up front, and then the students came in and they ate at the Opus. The Opus is a very exclusive fine dining. It is kind of buffet, a la carte kind of thing, but it's a pretty big deal. And a lot of these students had never really experienced that kind of, I guess, shishi culture. It was a lot of fun. We talked about things. I got to sit with students that weren't normally my art students, but they had heard of me or known of me at the school. And so after the concert, after the meal, we went into the concert, into the performance hall, and we got our seated, and we had the whole area lined up. I think it was an entire top row of nothing but Perry Middle School students. And what we did was we enjoyed the concert, we listened to it, and it was a great experience for me as well as the students. And at the end, we met downstairs. We, of course, hit the gift shop because that's what kids love to do. They love to shop and look at crazy, knickknacks. And then we all lined up and walked back down to the dart rail station. So I think it's probably 9 o'clock, maybe 9:30. And we pile on this dart rail and take a 45-minute to an hour ride back to Carrollton. We got to Carrollton, and I guess we hadn't totally thought how we're going to get back to the school. So the security officer for our school met us there, and we ended up walking all the way back from the dart rail to the school, which is only about 2-3 blocks. But nighttime, it was fun. The kids were excited. Some were tired. They were energized. We had talked on the rail on the way back. It was a great experience, not only for them but for me as well. We'd walk back. We got back to the school and opened the school up, and then called parents to come pick up kids. It was an incredibly late night. But it was a Friday night. It was a lot of fun. It was probably one of the most fond memories I had, especially working with my friend Brad and working in the middle school art. and getting the opportunity to show the kids a different form, different things of art. And I mostly just enjoyed just the excitement that the kids received from doing something different. It was a field trip after school, and everyone was dressed up. I would have to say that for me, it not only was it a great experience, but I've got a few takeaways from that. One, it was a great team building thing for myself, and between music and art, and it was a great thing for cross curricular. Also, it was great creating the relationships with the students because there was a lot of talking as we walked down to the rail, and then the 45-minute, hour-long trip down. We talked. I went back and forth, up and down between the different cars, and saw the students. We saw graffiti on the walls, and were able to discuss and talk about different art aspects as well as what kind of music was coming up. And I think another great thing was just getting the opportunity to really connect with the kids and bond with them. Some of them were my students in sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade, and then some of them went on to high school with me, and I had them ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. And I still know them now, I guess 10 years later. It's different. It's a great way that I get to bond with the kids, and especially we also got to teach them about what it's like to actually go and have a fine dining experience. So it's not just running around eating fast food. I mean, there are different choices they got to make, and yes, we made several trips to the to the dessert table, including myself. But it was a great experience. I think it was also teaching concert etiquette. I think just such a great end of a week and of the day, and it was just such an experience that I share and I still talk about today, especially whenever we have people from the Dallas Opera have come and talk to choir at the school I'm at now in Plano, and it just really warms my heart to actually get to be a part of something where I can share that experience that I grew up in, and they're getting to see it now. Uh, I think that over the years, I've tend to at times forget that uh, training in the arts starts at such an early age, and I think it's so important that we teach them early on, not just concert etiquette, but just how to be just a part of society, and just how to embrace the arts and how important the arts are for it. So that's kind of my story. I hope you enjoyed it. I have attached some of the photos on there and attached them to the video. So please comment and let me know what you think. And if you are interested in soaring to the symphony, there's definitely the Meyerson will definitely reach out to you, or if you reach out to them, and any orchestra, also art movements through our museums and stuff here in Dallas. We're more than willing to help out with schools. I hope you enjoyed the story. Thank you very much, and good day.